Sorry guys, hit the wrong button. Welcome to Hedera Wyckoff Weekly. We're looking at the Hedera weekly chart over here. If you're new to these sessions, the blue tags and also this purple little one are the Wyckoff distribution cycle tags, and these orange ones are the accumulation cycle tags. Before further getting into further details, these sessions are for education and research purpose only and not financial advice. However, your discussions and comments are very welcome. Feel free to make use of the comment section. And over the past 2 weeks, this seems to have confirmed this LPSY, last point of supply point, and as of this moment, it's still trending downwards a little. It won't be surprising for the price to trade between the yellow line and the white line. That means around 13 cents to around 21 cents. That's the range we're looking at, or what the chart is telling us. Obviously, if any crazy news comes out, then that would break this pattern. And I did mention in the Bitcoin session I did like an hour ago that in 2-3 weeks time, the G7 summit, or the result of the summit, it's going to make or break the market again. And then back to this chart, from Wyckoff distribution cycle perspective, if the market is really dying down similar to what we've seen here, obviously we'll see a downward trend re-entering the white box. Hopefully not as bad as in 2023, but we never know, because between mid 2022 all the way to actually near the end of 2024, it's been very bad for Hedera. You can see it's only 4 cents at the level of 4 cents in October, November last year. So it's almost the same price level as the spring test. Initially, we thought it should be a spring test, right? And then it should go up. But then it's like there's a second spring. So the big players will never stop testing the market until they squeeze everything out from everybody else before they make a push upwards. So that's what happens. Like 1 test, 2 tests, 3 tests, 4th test, all at similar level, and then they start to push the market up in just simply 5 weeks time. Then it reaches the buying climax from 4 cents all the way to 40 cents. It's a 10 times jump over there. So if you got into the market in January 23, obviously you've waited for a year longer than who entered the market end of last year. And then if you have missed out and thought, okay, I probably have to sell everything end of last year, and then you see the market started like going crazy, rocketing, and then you're like, okay, that's probably enough for me. Okay, enough rumbling. Back to the daily chart. Basically the price is still trading within this little pink box over here. So it came down to test the bottom and then went up to test the top, and now it's doing this action. And like, if you have been in my other sessions, you know there is a center line or midline for this box that's not exactly like half of the box. What I can see now is actually around here. So make this color and set it to just this interval. So basically I reference these candlesticks. They are all like, I mean, heavily, even here, they're heavily like hovering around that level. So either they bounce back up at that level or they bounce down from that level. That's how I determine this center line. So right now, like few days back, it bounced up from this or near this level, and now it's going to retest this level probably in a day or two. So it will be interesting to see whether it's going to bounce up a little and then eventually comes down to test the bottom, or is it going to retest the top. So we can see two pictures, again similar to SWE. On one hand, some people will say, okay, it looks to me is like an upward trend right here. So let's keep this line over here. So next week when we come back, we can take a look at as well. So it seems like there's an upward trend, and it's like the price is still within this trend. So if you draw very close to the tips, then it's like, oh, it has broken outside of the trend already, and it's likely going downwards, right? That may be the case. It can be also another scenario like, okay, I'll go down a little, test this center line, and then I go again, and then this blue line now becomes a resistance line, and then it got rejected and then come back down, and what forms now is like a head and shoulder, the shoulders here and then the head over here. So it's going to be funny whether it's going to evolve that way. I'll keep this line over here and see whether it's going to become the resistance line. By looking at today's candlestick, it seems it does. Actually for yesterday as well, it seems it has already become the resistance. So let's see for the next few days before our next session whether this will be continuing to be the case. So thanks for joining me this week. Wait until a week's time. I'll see you again. Cheers. Trade safe.